Hello students of class 10th. Previous day we talked about Long Walk to Freedom written by Nelson Mandela. Autobiography of Nelson Mandela. In second part I am going to give you the meaning of the text which is written in the book. It is written that 10th May dawned bright and clear. For the past few days I had been pleasantly beset by dignitaries who had come to pay their respect to the newborn democracy. According to Nelson Mandela, the inauguration of his oath ceremony would be the largest gathering of international leaders on South African soil. The ceremonies took place in the lovely sandstone amphitheatre formed by the Union Building in Pretoria. For decades, this had been the seat of white supremacy, and now it was the site of a rainbow gathering of different colors of nation for the installation of South Africa's first democratic, non-racial government. After that, Nelson Mandela says that on the lovely autumn day, I was accompanied by my daughter Janani. On the stage, on the podium, Mr. D. Clark was first sworn in as second deputy president. Then Thepko Mebki was sworn in as first deputy president. When it was my turn, I pledged to obey and uphold the constitution and to devote myself to the well-being of the republic and its people. To the assembled guests and the watching world, Nelson Mandela said, "Today all of us do, by our presence here, confer glory and hope to newborn liberty. Out of the experience of an extraordinary human disaster that lasted too long, must be born a society of which all humanity would be proud. We who were outlaws, the black people were not given fundamental right, that's why they were outlaws, have today been given the rare privilege to be the host of the nations of the world in our land. We thank all our distinguished international guests for having come to take possession with the people of our country of what is after all a common victory for justice, for peace, for human dignity. We have at last achieved our political emancipation, freedom. We pledge ourselves to liberate all our people from the continued bondage of poverty, deprivation, suffering, gender and other discrimination. Never, never shall again it be this beautiful land will even experience the oppression by one another. The sun shall never set on so glorious a human achievement. Let freedom ring. God bless Africa." After that, a few moments later, they all lifted their eyes in awe, in surprise, as a spectacular array of South African jets, helicopters and troops carrier rode in perfect formation over the Union Building where the oath ceremony was taking place. It was not only the display of pinpoint precision and military force, but a demonstration of the military's loyalty to democracy, to new government that had been freely and fairly elected. Only moments before, the highest general of South African Defence Force and the police, their chest beckoned with ribbons and medals from days gone by, saluted me and pledged their loyalty. I was not unmindful of the fact that so many years before they would not have saluted but arrested me. Finally, a caravan of Impala jets left a smoke trail on the black, red, green, blue and gold of the new African flag. They formed a new African flag in the air. The day was symbolized for me by the playing of two national anthems and the vision of white singing Nakosi Kilel I Africa and black singing Die-Stem. Die-Stem was the old anthem of the Republic, although that day neither group knew the lyrics of the anthem. They once despised, they would soon know the words by heart. On the day of inauguration, I was overwhelmed with a sense of history. In the first decade of 20th century, a few years after bitter Anglo-Boer War and before my own birth, the white-skinned people of South Africa patched up their difference and erected a system of racial domination against the dark-skinned people of their own land. The structure they created formed the basis of one of the hardest, most inhumane societies the world has ever known. Now, in the last decade of the 20th century and my own 8th decade as a man, the system had overturned forever and replaced by one that recognized the rights and freedom of all peoples regardless of the color of their skin. That day had come about through the unimaginable sacrifice of thousands of my people whose suffering and courage can never be counted or repaid. I felt that day, as I have on other many days, that I was simply the sum of those African patriots who had gone before me. The long and noble line ended and now began again with me. I was pained that I was not able to thank them and they were not able to see that what their sacrifices has brought. The policy of apartheid, racial separation is called apartheid. The policy of apartheid created a deep and lasting wound in my country and my people. All of us will spend many years, if not generations, recovering from that profound hurt. But the decades of oppression and brutality had another unminded, unintended effect, and that was it produced the Oliver Tambo's, Walter Sisula, the Chief Luthulis, the Yusuf Dadus and Bram Fischer and Robert Subukov of our time, men of such extraordinary courage, wisdom and generosity that their like may never be known again. They were such people. Perhaps it requires such depth of operation to create such height of character. My country is rich in minerals and gems that lies beneath the soil, but I have always known that its greatest wealth is its people, finer and truer than the purest diamond. Thanking all of you. After completing first part, we will start second part next day. Have a nice day.